Hi, I'm Dr. Jaime, and you are watching the Dr. Jaime channel. Today I'm going to share with you 5 tips on how to reduce your stress. You've heard me say it over and over again. Eat right, exercise, meditate. These techniques will help you reduce stress. And while that holds true, there are many more techniques that will also help you reduce your stress. So we're going to go ahead today and add 5 more to our list. So tip number 1 on how to reduce your stress. Say no. You need to know your limits and you need to stick to them, okay? Know your limits and stick to them. You don't want to become that go-to person. That's the person that everybody comes to take on additional activity or an additional project. Learn to say no and stick to it. Tip number 2 on how to reduce your stress. Avoid people that are toxic. If people around you stress you out, take a step back from them. Set boundaries with them. End the relationship altogether. Remember that kindness does not equal doormat. The more that you give and give and give, people are going to take and take and take. So if there's negativity around you, if there are takers around you, if there are liars around you, begin to set boundaries with them or rid of them altogether. Tip number 3 on how to reduce your stress. Stay ahead of the game. When you procrastinate and you keep pushing things off, it weighs on your mind more and more and more, and that is so stressful. As deadlines approach, you get that nervous feeling, the butterflies in your stomach, or you feel a lot of anxiety and pressure. Take all of that off your plate. Work ahead of the game, and that way if life happens, you don't have to worry about anything. Tip number 4 on how to reduce stress. Control your environment. Don't be the person that plays the victim card all the time. Every time something happens, it's somebody else's fault. It's something else's fault. Take a step back and say, wait a minute, how can I take ownership for this? Because the more you can take ownership, the more you can prevent it from happening again. Think about something even on a small scale like traffic, right? You can't control traffic. Everybody else is the bad driver. It's 5 o'clock. Those are factors you can't control. However, maybe you have a book on tape. In order to reduce your stress, you say, wait a minute, I'm going to take control of this situation. I'll sit in traffic, but I'll listen to my favorite song or a book on tape. So control your environment. And tip number 5 on how you can reduce stress, know your priorities. If you don't have a vision, if you don't have a purpose, if you're not going for anything, there's no goals, there's no to-do list, you're scattered all about everywhere. And that scattered feeling can really overwhelm you. It can make you feel like you're changing hats too much, you're multitasking, you're all over the place. That is super stressful. So instead, know your priorities, get a grip on your life, take control again, and you will reduce your stress. So what do you do if you want to reduce your stress? You start saying no and you stick to it. You want to avoid people that are toxic. You want to stay ahead of the game. You want to control your environment and you want to know your priorities. If you enjoy these tips, you are going to love all of my tips on happy and healthy living at drjaimek.com. Hope to see you there.